Here's 4 common causes of glute weakness and how to figure out which one is causing yours. The first is reciprocal inhibition. You see the muscles on the front of the pelvis pull the leg forward, while the glutes on the backside pull the leg backwards. So if these opposing muscles contract at the same time, we get stuck in a tug of war. So your body uses nerves to make sure this doesn't happen through reciprocal inhibition, which means when this muscle contracts, this one automatically has to shut off, and vice versa. Now, if you have tight hip flexors, that means you're always getting signal from the nerves to be turned on, which means that your glutes are always in a relaxed state. Here's how to check if that's you. Take one knee, pull it to your chest, and let the opposite leg dangle. If it stays in an elevated position, we know that your hip flexors are tight. You can also try keeping your leg flat against the surface, and if when you lift your leg up, your knee elevates, it also means your hip flexor is tight. Cause number 2 is spinal issues such as disc bulges or inflammation and irritation, which prevents the nerves that give strength to the glutes from doing their job. To check if that's you, we're going to provoke your spine and see if it causes discomfort. By using a repeated movements protocol, touch our toes over and over again. And we're going to see if this causes any discomfort in the lower back or symptoms into that weak glute. We're going to repeat this protocol with our hands on our butt and leaning back as far as we can. Next, we're going to test right and left by keeping our shoulders parallel to the ground and sliding our hips out from under us. And then we'll do the other side, 20 to 50 reps to see if any discomfort is provoked. If so, your weakness can be coming from your lower back. Next, we're going to check to see if your pelvis height is equal on both sides, because when it's off, the glutes can't contract properly. By standing without shoes on and checking if the bones on the front of the hip are at equal height. You can also place your hands on the tops of your pelvis and see if they're equal height from there. If your pelvis is uneven, this test does not tell us if it's because of the muscles, length of the leg, or if the foot is collapsed, but we don't need that information to start getting the glutes to fire better. And cause number 4 is the hamstrings, because the hamstrings and the glutes both extend your thigh backwards. Now, sometimes the hamstrings likes to be a good friend and pick up the slack for the glutes so it doesn't have to work as hard, which is very nice of the hamstrings, but the problem is the glutes get weak over time. And the glutes have other vital roles like bringing the hip out to the side and rotating the hip. And so when weakness occurs, it causes all kinds of problems. Lift the leg up from the table and back down in a controlled motion. Bend your knees to 90 degrees, attempting to lift the thigh from the table again for 20 reps. If the movement was easier with the knee bent, you were successfully using your glutes, because as you could see, the hamstrings are on slack with the knee bent. However, when we straighten the knee, the hamstrings get more engaged. If you had an easier time with your knee straight, that means that you prefer hamstrings to do the work, and that may be the cause for your weak glutes. Check out video part 3 in this series where I'll show you a treatment for each of the 4 causes.